Hello. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm just trying to find a spot to prop you. Still getting used to the new office space. Greet you this morning. If you haven't seen my stories today, Thursdays are my content day. So this is the day I love to talk content. Like, this is where I go all in on either writing content, helping my clients review content, helping my clients like talk about content, come up with new content ideas. Like, this is my really creative day and where I go all in. So many women that I've been talking to lately are either wrapping up a previous investment. They are saying, they told me last month, I'm going to be thinking about my content, my business come January. Right now, we're getting into the holidays. It's too busy. I can't think about my business, my content. And the thing is, as we know, inside social media, there is so much that relies on that consistency, right? And I don't mean consistency of showing up 17 times a day and showing up in your stories 300 times and sharing 10 slides about your offer and making sure you post 7 times a week, right? We're talking about the consistency of showing up with a strategy that's going to help you sign clients and get you into the place you want to be in 2025, right? So with that, there's so many of you waiting till January to make a change. And I get it, because there's investments you've made that you're trying to still pay off. Maybe you're finishing up a coaching program or a different passive program, or you know what, your last ditch effort for 2024 to figure out your content was one of the content clubbies, right? And it's just like, I just need to make it to January 1st. And because of that, I know there's so many of you that are looking to bridge that gap. I've been working on something specifically for you if you are not ready until January to make that leap into overhauling your content messaging, because bills are always going to come. You can always be feeling like something else is coming up that you don't have the money, right? And how do we make more money? We land new clients, right? And how do we land new clients? We attract them using our content, using our social media, and then we grow them inside the DMs. We grow them in that engagement, or maybe they're that silent stalker where they're going to stalk you and create that content. Like, you create that content that speaks and that makes them finally slide in, right? So when you were saying, I need to make more money before I invest again, or I need to make it to the new year when I finish paying this off, but you're letting your content kind of take that back seat, right? It's costing you money. And everyone's going to tell you that it costs you money to wait. It costs you money to do that. But when you are in social media and you're a social media manager, the cost of putting your content to the back is even more. So there are 2 things I am working on right now to help you bridge this gap, because I know you're not ready till January. And that's okay. You know what? That's fine. I understand that you are not ready till January. So with that, let's talk about the 2 ways we can bridge that gap between now and January. I gotta figure out where to put you guys. I'm gonna put you here. Put you back here. You were just there. But let's talk. So, hey Stacy, what up? One of the things to bridge the gap between now and January, right, is you're not ready for that big investment. You're not ready for that big joining a group. I need to do all these things and show up on all these calls. You don't have time for that. You're getting ready for, I don't know about you, I had to race to get stuff ready for Halloween. So this is where these intensives are coming in. I've only got 1 mini intensive spot left. I just wrapped one up and made, literally we're making a 30-day plan for her to get her to marketing her services, all those good things, and helping her land her 1 to 2 clients, dreamy clients, right? But these intensives are going to be your kind of sweet spot to get what you need off your to-do list right now for content and get you through the next 30 days. Because I've seen so many social media managers leaning into that. I'm just going to buy one of these packs of templates. I'm going to get the hooks. We're just going to call it a day. We're going to coast for now and figure it out when I have the time. Maybe on Thanksgiving break when my husband's home and I can do the work because my toddler's not attacking me. Been there. Sorry guys, I'm sick again. But leaning into what do you need to cross something off your to-do list when it comes to content? So that's going to be one of the first things. That's going to be that high touch, high clarity moment to really hone into what is keeping you from January, right? The other thing I am working on, it's a twofold. So I have a couple people already securing spots for January for the next round of Ignition. And what that looks like for them is people securing their January spot. We're doing a bonus call, and that's in the next, oh my goodness, mid-end November, so in like 4 weeks. We're doing a bonus call to get you the high touch, hot seat coaching to get you further along than just, I'm waiting till January, let's get started. So that's going to be there. And the other thing is leaning in. Thanks, Megan. Thank you. Leaning into where do you want to be even in 30 days? What kind of changes can you make in 30 days to get where you need to be to maintain the gap until January? So what that's going to look like is, so many of you are not ready to commit, and I get it, but we're going to lean into thinking masterclass for you guys. And this isn't going to be the end-all be-all, I do this and I'm set forever, right? This is going to, again, this is for the gap. Stop laughing about the gap, Megan. I literally, Monica, hi Monica. The gap. If, in case you missed it, anyone, I broke my tooth, and this is Gap Tooth Kathy. She's great. This masterclass is going to be Litty Titty. It really is, actually, Megan, and you're going to yell at me, but I already built a little frame cork because I have to birth things. But this is going to be that touch you need, that thing to help you get some clarity on what you need to be doing and what you need to be showing up between now and January, because you think that once we hit those burn months, no one cares, no one's showing up on social media, none of your clients are on social media because they're worried about the holidays, but they are. This is when they are budget planning. This is when they are looking for their next person to join their team. So this masterclass is going to be for you to help bridge that gap. It's not going to replace the high touch messaging clarity you need, but this is going to help you bridge that gap between now and the person you want to be in January, because apparently December 31st is a magical day to transform you. So that's going to help bridge the gap. Other things going on. Not much. You were ready to go. Hi. That's going to help you bridge that gap. I'm sorry, guys. Can't think today. But what I mean by bridge that gap is literally, so I was a few minutes late today because I was getting off a intensive. I had a mini intensive this morning. And because she's in a place that she's making a pivot in her business, she's in a place where she needs to show up. She hasn't, I would have preferred you stayed with yellow instead of hello. I love yellow. She wants to stay in a place where she's showing up. She needs to attract those clients and get that 1 or 2 clients before the end of the year, but not in a place to go. She doesn't have the time right now to fully invest in something, right? So we made a 30-day plan. We're making a 30-day plan to get her to where she needs to be, to implement the steps of what she needs to get done from a content standpoint and a messaging standpoint to attract those clients that she's looking to sign. And they're high-ticket clients, so it's not just any client I can find between now and January 1st is fine. It's high-ticket. They have the team, they have the money, and they have the resources to pay her what she wants. So we made that 30-day plan, and things change in 30 days. A lot of things change in 30 days. 30 days ago, I got off a plane from Colorado, from a week in Colorado where I was like, you know what am I doing with my life? And got off a plane, landed in a new zip code, literally didn't go back to my house, and landed in our new apartment, and have making this shift in my business because I don't want to be in the same place right now, like next year, as I am right now, right? So things can happen in 30 days. So we are putting together a 30-day mock plan for her content to implement, to start attracting those. That doesn't mean she can stop showing up and doing everything else, because you have to put the steps in place. And one of the big questions she asked was like, I'm not on social media. I don't want to be chronically online to implement this. Like, how are we going to do this from a trend standpoint? Like, what if I don't do it right away? And I explained, like, we're not creating a plan that you have to rely on a trend and make sure it's up by tomorrow at 10 a.m. and under 1,000 uses to make this successful. You're building your content and your strategy based on messaging, based on knowing your ideal client, knowing your audience, knowing those pain points, those symptoms, and it doesn't rely on trending to make it happen. And we get to instead treat the fun, trendy things like sprinkles, like little fun little pieces of extra pieces to support your strategy, but it's not going to make or break your strategy. So, if this sounds like what you need to get between now and the person you're going to be on January 1st, the person you want to be on January 1st, to bridge this gap between now and then, what is going to be the best thing for you? Is it going to be that high touch, like, let's make a 30-day plan? Or is it going to be that bonus call, that high touch, hot seat coaching, right? Or is it going to be that masterclass moment that goes, okay, let me get my gears spinning so I know exactly what I need to do and I can start implementing some of the steps right now, but get me to where I need to be next. So, tell me in the comments, which is you?